What's up, Titan fans? How we doing? Welcome to a Victory Mayo Monday post-game show where the Tennessee Titans beat the Houston Texans in Houston. Man, what a game. It was exciting. It was a thriller. We put up a ton of points, which we never do. We've always been in that 17-point slump all season long. But we were put up over 30 points finally. I know this happened one other time this season against the Dolphins, but we put up over 30 points and we looked pretty good. Will Levis looked good. No one thought we was going to win this game. I didn't think we was going to win this game. It's the Houston Texans. What an upset team. What an upset. But real quick, as we're waiting for people to join the channel so we can get this chat rolling and get this post game going, let me go ahead and insert the plug real quick. If you're not following me on YouTube, TikTok, and X, make sure to follow me on all three platforms. The handle's the same no matter where you go. It's the What's Up Titans Fans Pod, where I put out content all throughout the week, just like this, coming at you live and also in these YouTube shorts, 60 seconds or less. But the content is post-game videos, pre-game videos, the ESPN Power Rankings, whatever you want. I'm here. It's all Tennessee Titans related, and you can come here, join the conversation. Just make sure to leave comments. As the video's going on, I read every single comment. So go ahead, bring them along, and let's go ahead and get this party started on a Victory Monday. We don't get very many of these. It's only our third victory of the year, right? And one of them was on a Monday Night Football, so we had a Victory Tuesday. So yes, let's go ahead, dive into things. Let's go ahead, pull up ESPN, see how we did going into the game real quick. And look, let me fix this. Let me scoot this over a little bit because it is messed up. There we go. So, yes, we won 32-27 in Houston, right? And look, starting off the game right off the bat, you see right here, they scored. We had a disastrous opening drive, right? I was like, oh my gosh, it's the same old Titans. If we don't do something about this special teams, it's going to be the death of us. The special teams right off the bat allowed a long kick return. They got all the way to the red zone team. Look, then they scored on one play. One play, 19 yards. We had safeties back there playing that I never even heard of. I know Amani Hooker's out, right? Our safety game was strong. That was one of our strongest positions on defense coming into the season. I'm talking we had Amani Hooker. We had Quandre Diggs, Jamal Adams. We were looking so stout back there. Now all three of them's not playing. The mysterious illness by Amani Hooker. Diggs got injured. And then Adams, we got rid of him, right? He only played like 20 snaps for us, got rid of him. So now we're back there with Mike Brown and some other safety. I don't even know his name. I'd have to look at the stats to see what his name is, but hey, he was playing for us. He allowed a touchdown right off the bat. We were losing 7-0. We get the ball. We drive down. You see it right here. 6 plays. We get a field goal. We're used to that, right? The beginning of the game, what happens typically? We have these scripted plays, these 10, 15 plays we have scripted. That always does well in the first half. So you kind of expect it coming out the gate. The Tennessee Titans are going to come out hot like always. And then we stopped them for a punt. Hey, he said, show us the discharge. What are you talking about, Mike? Hey, I need more info right there, brother. Keep it coming. Then we go down. We have that big 10-play drive, 87 yards right there. Look, it was a good drive. We had a deep touchdown pass, NWI. 38 yards for a tutty. NWI has been stepping up all season. He's been filling in these roles. Ever since we lost D-Hop, we were like, oh no, what's going to happen? We got NWI on the outside. We've seen it year in and year out. How many times have NWI come and had to fill in slots because we have receivers missing? He's not supposed to be one of our starters on the outside and ends up being it, right? And he's so reliable and he's always available. He's always there. NWI is always there, but he gets the touchdown. So we ended up finally getting the lead, 10-7. The next thing you know the Texans come out. The defense was strong all game. We ended up forcing them to a punt. 4 plays, punt the ball. Then boom, we get another tutty. 6 plays, 95 yards. And look, it had the big Tony. This was with Tony Pollard, 10-yard run. He got the touchdown on this drive. Drove down the field. Good drive. Got the lead. But we've seen the Tennessee Titans blow leads before, right? We have a 10-point lead. Doesn't matter. We blow the leads. It is what it is. So it was a little surprise at this point. You see them make this touchdown right after at 10 plays, 78 yards. They come out. Boom. 17-14. Looks like the Texans are coming back. You see the momentum leaving the team. Then what happened? We fumble. fumble. They get the ball back. Oh no, it's looking like it's all about to fall apart, right? Then we punt the ball. Disastrous. But hey, we get an interception. Hey, CJ Stroud is on a downfall right now. He's not looking as good as he was in those first 5 games of the year when they were 5-0. These last little bit of the season, they've been losing. He's been playing not as good. His stats aren't nearly as good as last year. Teams are figuring out CJ Stroud. He gets the interception. And then right before halftime, look, we went 4 plays, lost 18 yards, but we had the big long field goal right here from Nick Folk. 56 yards, brothers. 56 yards. Who thought Nick Folk still had the leg in him? He still got it. He's like 40 years old. He's still kicking 50-yarders. That is what's up, guys. That is what's up. We get the ball coming out of half, right out of halftime. We go down, kick another field goal, extend our lead 23-17. And then we have a series of punts back and forth, right? Punt, punt, boom. Then we get that interception. We're like, hell yeah, we got the ball. We're going to extend the lead. We were in the red zone, basically. We were right there, and everyone's thinking we was going to come out on top. But what happened, team? What happened? Will Levis right here. He was staring down NWI. He was staring him down the entire route. Never took his eyes off of him. Just looking at him. He threw it. The route gets jumped. It gets return for a pick six, and typically you're thinking the Tennessee Titans, hey, it's over. You see the momentum get sucked out the team. When this happens, what happens? The Tennessee Titans just give up. It's like we lose life. But that didn't happen, team. It did not happen. The Tennessee Titans pushed through, and that's what we've been wanting to see all season because, the Titans typically don't do that. They don't have that winning culture. As soon as they get behind, they just fold, like a lawn chair. You see it over and over again. But yeah, so we ended up throwing the pick six. We get the ball back. It looks disastrous again. Another 4 plays, -7 yards. But what happens? That defense stands strong. They're looking good. We have no-name safeties in the backfield. The cornerbacks, they're not the starting cornerbacks of the year. We have no Awuzie over there. We have no L'Jarius Sneed. Who do we got? We got Jarvis Brownlee Jr., the rookie, stepping up, having the game of the season for himself. He did outstanding. He had an interception this game. But they stopped him. They went 3 plays, -15 yards. They punt the ball. And then, they get the ball back. They end up getting that field goal. Then we get the touchdown, right? We get a touchdown. 1 play, 70 yards. We get the big one, the Chig, right? It was just a small 10-yard catch that he just burned the defense on. That's what we've been waiting on, Chig. He's the explosive tight end. He's not like what's his face? Josh Wiley, right? Josh Wiley's big, tall, but he is slow. When he gets the ball, what's he do? He goes down. He doesn't break tackles and make plays. You will never see that from Josh Wiley. But Chig, he got it. He got the speed. He got the playmaking ability, team. And that's what we like to see. 1 play, 70 yards. Even the announcers was like, they need to feed this man. We haven't seen him feed him all season long. I know Chig suffers sometimes with some drops, but he's a playmaker. You got to give that man the ball. But yeah, so at this point, we're up 30-27. We still got the lead. We're like, oh no, because we're giving CJ Stroud a chance. But you know what? They punt the ball. 7 plays, they punt the ball. We get it. We're like, oh, we're going to start running out the clock. They tried it. We did 3 plays, -4 yards. Not looking good, team. And then what happens? Their kicker, Fairbairn, what does he do? He misses a field goal, a chip shot field goal. This man broke the record for the consecutive 50-yard field goals or something like that. He hit like 12 of them in a row. It is wild. And then he goes through and misses a chip shot field goal. That was 28 yards. That stuff is unheard of. But look, it's the NFL and the miracle of football, team. That's what it's about. And then we try running out the clock. We're like, but you know what? 3 plays, 4 yards. We didn't even make them use all their timeouts because you know what? We ended up getting that one good run, right? We'll go through it right here. I think this is the drive where we did it. With the one good run to the left, and then, is this it? Yeah, the one good run to the left, 7 yards. Then it's 2nd and 3. Then what do? They try doing the end around, and they lose 3 yards on it. And then next thing you know, they did a pass play, which didn't even let them burn the last time out. It was short to Vanette, which is a blocking tight end. But they tried getting it to him, and then we ended up having to punt the ball. They still have a timeout. And so we're like, oh, man, that's tough. But it was a good punt. They were backed up right there, by their end zone. And a few plays later, what happened? We get the safety to seal the game. They tried that weird onside punt thing that they do, whatever it's called, the free kick onside thing, didn't work out. We ended up recovering the ball. We kneeled it out and won the game, team. That is amazing. We ended up pulling through. The players and the playmakers made plays when it happened. It was like Kevin Byard almost. Big-time players make big-time plays, right? And they did that game in the moments that mattered. And Will Levis himself, he didn't even play that bad of a game. I know he had that one horrible interception where he ended up eyeing NWI down, trying to force on the ball. A dude picked it off. You can't be looking down receivers like that, But he did it. But overall, that game, he was 18 of 24, 278 yards, 2 tutties, and an interception. His one major thing, if I had to pick a flaw, I know he had the interception, but another thing is these sacks, 8 sacks. You saw whenever he was gone from them 3 weeks, Mason Rudolph only had 6 sacks in those 3 games. Will Levis comes in, this man's getting 8 to 9 sacks a game. It is wild. He's holding on to the ball too long. But he's making big explosive plays, right? We're seeing these big explosive plays happen. And, so you have to give and take with it. Miles, you can't be in here right now. My bad. I got people coming in behind the green screen. You're seeing them. Okay. That was my son. Hey, Steelers are going to the Super Bowl. That's what GJS555 said. Hey, them Steel boys, they're doing pretty good. I don't know if they're going to the Super Bowl, but they're definitely going to the playoffs. Them Steel boys got a chance, unlike us. We would have to basically win out, and the Texans and Colts would have to lose out for us to have a chance to win this division to get the playoffs. But them Steel boys have a chance. And then tonight, speaking of them Steel boys, in the division for y'all tonight, we got the Baltimore Ravens playing. And as you know, if you're a fan of this channel, we hate the Ravens. We want the Ravens to lose. They're going against the Chargers. The Chargers need to step up, get that dub, because we don't want the Ravens to win. We want Derrick Henry to do good, but the Ravens need to lose. He said, I'm just kidding. Our offense sucks, but I hate being a Steelers fan, but go Chargers tonight. Hey, you guys got 2 good QBs back there for the most part. You got Russell Wilson that's coming into his own over there, and then obviously Justin Fields, which, he did good. I'm not sure why they went away from him, but hey, Russell Wilson hasn't done bad, so you can't hate on it, right? But Tony Pollard once again had a good game. Another 100-yard game from Tony Pollard. He's been solid all season. I think last week was his only really tough game, but he had 119 yards with a tutty. Calvin Ridley, of course, his 5 catches, 93 yards. And look at that, only on 6 targets. You don't see that from Calvin Ridley. What happens every single game? Calvin Ridley normally has like 12 targets and only has like 4 or 5 receptions because, they just throw it to him all wild when he's double or triple team covered. But yesterday, he had a really good game. Chig only had 1 catch, but it was 70 yards, a big play. They needed to get Chig the ball more. Tyler Boyd, this is the first game I've seen him actually be a contributor on the team, make a lot of catches, 6 catches, 55 yards, some on critical, downs like 3rd downs. NWI, he's been going on and on. What is it's like 6 weeks now? I think it's in 6 games, it's 5 with a touchdown in it. It's some crazy, insane stat. He only had 1 week where he didn't get a touchdown in it, but he's been doing well since D-Hop has left. And then on defense, which we have to talk about. Let's see if we can find that safety. What's that safety's name that was playing? Oh, yeah, we had Greg Hardy. There's another cornerback over there playing. Our secondary is very beat up at the moment. Oh, that's the safety right there, Daryl Worley. No one even knows who this man is, but this man was starting safety for us. He ended up getting, he got a pass deflect, a solo tackle, a few assisted tackles. So, he was out there doing things. He did, he was kind of got burned on that initial touchdown. But, he's no one. I don't even remember him being on the practice squad. If you know who Worley is, let me know in the chat. This man came from nowhere. Let's see if we can click on him. Maybe it'll say something about him. Nope, don't see nothing on him. It's from West Virginia. That's where he went to college. Now, don't know much about him. Drafted in 2016 from Carolina. Never heard of this dude. He just came out of nowhere. Became our starting safety for last night, which is wild. Sacks, we had 4 of them on the day, which is good because typically we don't get a ton of sacks. And then, big note, T Sweat did get his first sack of the season. This man's always back there disrupting plays, making plays, just not getting the stats to back it up, right? There's a lot of games he makes runner backs bounce it to the outside. They get tackled by someone else, or he just gets a tackle for loss. But this time he finally got a sack. Well deserved. T Sweat deserves it. He's one of the best rookies we ended up drafting. It's between him and Jarvis Brownlee Jr. I know, of course, you got Latham, but let me know who you think was the best rookie we drafted this season. But T Sweat is definitely up there. He's been outstanding. It is tough between them three guys. I know it's hard for Latham to get a lot of credit. Most of the time you only notice them when they allow a sack or a tackle for loss or something like that. But T Sweat's been good, and of course you can't forget about Jarvis Brownlee Jr. He's going to be a starter for us. What a steal in the draft. Then we had, 7 pass deflects. That is wild. And if you look, 3 of them from Jarvis Brownlee Jr. This man was out there killing it. And then Kenneth Murray, he did get that 1 interception, right? He has 2 pass deflects. He did get the 1 interception, which came off of an underthrow. I mean, he was actually getting burned by the wide receiver, but C.J. Stroud underthrew the ball. He was able to pick it off, which helped us out, right? And you see Jarvis Brownlee's 1 interception down here. And then on special teams, if you look at theirs, man, they had a good night. Look, kick returns, Houston, Dameon Pierce, 3 of them for 135 yards, averaging 45 yards a return. I mean, our special teams is atrocious across the board. And C.J. Stroud, what we're able to do to him, this defense right here, he only completed 20 of his 33 passes. He did throw for 247 yards, but 2 touchdowns, but 2 interceptions. And look, that's good to stop C.J. Stroud. If you're looking at the stats, Will Levis had a better game than C.J. Stroud minus the sacks, because Will Levis is always going for that big play. He's trying to make the bomb play every single time. He's looking for it. He ain't looking for check downs. And sometimes you need that aggressiveness. Because I remember when we had Marcus Mariota. If you've been watching the Titans for a while, he always liked to check it down. You didn't get the big play all the time. And he was very quiet, conservative. Where Will Levis is the polar opposite. He's a madman out there. That's why he's the Mayo man, baby. He's out there throwing bombs every single play. But look, Chad, that's going to go ahead and sum it up for today's Mayo Monday, Victory Monday episode. Go ahead, like the stream if you're here. It helps the channel out. I appreciate those leaving the comments. It all helps the channel out and gets that conversation going. But we got to go ahead and get ready to watch this Monday Night Football game that starts in about a half an hour with the Baltimore Ravens and the Los Angeles Chargers. But yes, go ahead, leave your comments down below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and tighten up, baby.